Good morning, everyone. I have a question for you. Dealing with rejection in your business. Have you ever had to deal with that? Especially those of you that are like me, business builder, entrepreneur, and when you first started out, doing old school methods, which is basically where we weren't all online. We were doing, the things that we were told to do. The list of 100, family and friends, strangers, the whole works. So in building, did you ever run into a rejection? Because I ran into a lot of rejection, and I didn't know how to deal with it. I really didn't. It was frustrating. It just made me upset. I had a lot of difficulty with it. What about you? What do you think about handling rejection? Were you taught by your upper level team members or your leaders how to deal with rejection, or were you just told, you know, that just keep going for the no, just keep pushing past those people, and because it's all a numbers game. That's kind of what I was told. And that didn't help me. So, what I want to do today is I'd like to talk about dealing with rejection, and I would like to give you 4 points, 4 important points to consider, so that as you are dealing with, the things that are going to happen with people that don't know anything about what it is that you're doing, then they're going to have questions and they're going to do, which was one of the normal basic ones I ran into a lot was this is one of those scheme things, right? So it's due to a lack of knowledge, but if we can help people to understand or to learn, without trying to convince them. Because we don't want to be convincing people. You only want to deal with people that you want to help, that you want to, because you see a need. And but then you have to remember that everybody's not for you, and everybody's not going to want to do whatever it is that you're doing. So let me get to my notes here, get them sitting out here because I will go past them and I don't want to do that. So, my name, let me introduce myself first to those of you that I have not had the pleasure of meeting. My name is Cherie Woodard, and I am a coach, almost said registered nurse, just automatic, sorry. I am, although that is my background, I am a coach for entrepreneurs and business builders who want to come online and be effective and successful. And by being effective and successful, I mean being able to come online and not frustrate people or have repel people, as opposed to attracting people to you, people that want to hear what it is that you have to say because you're speaking their language. You're talking directly to them and they can feel it from the inside. And so then they want to hear what it is that you have to say. But that takes time. It takes time to build up. And, we'll talk about that another day about building know, like, and trust and building your audience, because that's the only way that you can do it. People, if they don't know you, they aren't going to join you. They're not going to trust you. They're not going to really like you. And so, it's just a part of life. So, as I'm looking at my notes here, I've got some stars by a few things that I just kind of want to bring out. So, when we're talking to everybody and anybody, it's like screaming in a hurricane. No one can really hear you. And when you're trying to do that and you're trying to talk to everybody because you've been told it's a numbers game, you end up getting a lot of rejection. And a lot of that has to do with, people not understanding and not knowing what it is that you're talking about. Because what you're talking about or what you are about is not what they're about. So therefore, you start to feel like you blame yourself. You start to feel like, what you have to say isn't any good. And, you start to have a lot of emotion around it, which I know I did. I was so frustrated and upset, and, it just made me feel bad. And I was like, is this how I got to do it now? Is this how I got to build my business? Is this the only way that I can do this? Because everybody's supposed to want this according to what I've been told. And even though I have been doing this off and on for over 15 years, probably closer to 20, but I only knew what I was told, and I didn't really research, except for the information that I was told. And it looked like it was pretty good information. So I didn't think that they were telling me something that, wasn't true. But, when you start to feel bad about what you're doing, and then it starts to bother you on the inside. It starts to make your stomach sick, or make you not sleep at night, or so those rejections from people can really cause you some harm if you don't take certain things and consider them, and then say, okay, that person was not the person that I was supposed to talk to, because everybody is not for you. Everybody doesn't want what you have. And that realization helped me, especially when I came online. So I don't even remember. I'm sorry if I continue to finish what it is that I do, but I help, I'm sorry, I help entrepreneurs and business builders to come online and to find success and to be effective by using updated modern methods in using social media to build their business. And dealing with helping to bring information that's important to them, that will help them as they go about their way, go about their day, building their business, and all the things that you need to learn, because there's a lot, especially coming online. I like to be able to give value. And so that to me is really important, because by giving value to those that I want to help, then they learn, oh, okay, I see now. That's what I need to do. That's how I need to handle that. Not, I need to take the emotion out of it and not let myself get so stressed and upset, because there's a lot of stuff sometimes people can say and do online that can hurt your feelings. So let me go into the 4 things and get those done, because I don't want to, I want to be respectful of your time and considerate of your time. So in dealing with rejection, you want to, and I have number 1, you want to maintain your posture. You want to not all of a sudden kind of cower down and go, okay, well, no, you want to maintain your posture in what it is that you're doing and what you're saying and what you're talking about, because it's important. But you want to make sure that you are talking to, and let me see, and then I'm going into my next one, which is number 2. Excuse me. Everyone is not for you. So everyone is not going to receive the information that you are trying to give them, because number 1, they don't know you. They don't like you because they don't know you, and or they don't care one way or the other, and they don't know, like, and trust you. So they're not, they may not want to listen to what it is that you have to say. But there are a lot of people out there that are like you, that in whatever genre, whatever niche it is that you're in, then people will want to listen to you. There are people out there that are listening to me and asking me what I'm doing, because I spent a lot of time and I do lives and try to share information that I know that I had problems with. And I always, check and see what the trends are. I still go and I do research, and I still get information during, from the company that I'm in, which is it's a mentorship education company. So it's pretty much cutting edge, on the information of what's working, what's not. So I want to make sure that I'm sharing those things. So let me go to number 3. You want to take the emotion out of it, which I kind of already alluded to earlier. When people say no, or people walk away, or people, start asking you questions, like, is this a scheme thing? Or, I don't know what you're talking about. Or, the different, well, I don't have time. I have to check with my wife, just different things, or my husband, so there are different things, and you have to take the emotion out of it so that you're just dealing on a level of you're trying to help, and but you can't let yourself be hurt and be emotional, upset, frustrated, getting sick about it. You have to, so when you take the emotion out of it, then those things go away. And you say, okay, that person was not, the person for me. And what I really like about online, now people do make really nasty comments, but a lot of times, a lot more than nasty comments, I get nice comments, or I get hearts and likes, and people that are interested. So and then number 4, I have, remember that you can only control you and the things that you do and how you handle things, because you cannot control those other people and what they're going to say. Is it a pyramid scheme? Like I was just saying, I'll have to think about it. I don't have the money. I don't have the time. There are just some things that I have written down here. And, if you follow these 4 things, I mean, and there are lots of other things that you can do. You can always go and research more information. If you want, you can definitely, I'll put information on the video when it's downloaded, and you can definitely, message me, and or use the information that I put on the video when it's downloaded in the comment section, and we can go a little bit deeper on it, because rejection is a thing that I think that, oh gosh, that I dealt with, and it was so horrible because I didn't have any, I didn't know how to deal with it, and it was just very, very frustrating, and it just knocked the wind out of me a lot of times. So I'm going to go over these 4 things again really quick. So when dealing with rejection, how do you deal with it, and how do you deal with it effectively? And I have these 4 important points to consider. Number 1, maintain your posture. Number 2, not everyone is for you. Number 3, take the emotion out of it. And number 4, control. You can control yourself, but you cannot control others and the situations around you. You can only control you and how you react to things. So I hope that that information was helpful. I hope that it was valuable. I hope that, if you have questions, that you will drop them in the chat, comments, opinions. I will answer you. If you're catching us on the replay, the same thing. Just drop whatever it is that you have in the chat, and we can go from there. As I said earlier, I will have information on the video in the comment section should you want to connect with me in that way, and you can always message me, and we can go a little bit deeper on, if you've dealt with this, what it's like, and, to be able to talk to somebody else about it that knows what it's like kind of helps. It helped me. So that is it for today. I'd like to go over some housekeeping things real quick though. And remember to keep your notifications on so you know when I'm going live. I normally go live Monday through Friday at 12 noon. Remember that we are still, the numbers are surging, even though we've got vaccinations and what have you going on with what we're walking through. But I'm hearing numbers are still surging. So be careful out there. Follow the CDC guidelines as closely as you can, as best you can, to keep you, your family, your friends, and others safe. Remember that there are people out there that are isolated. A text message, a phone call, an email, or even trying to get them on a Zoom might really brighten their day and lift their spirits. And remember, for those of you that pray, continue to lift us and our world in prayer because we are all in this together. We are dealing with this stuff together. And if we work together and help each other, we will come out so much better on the other side, and we will be the stronger for it. So wherever you are in the world, no matter what time it is for you, whether it's morning, afternoon, evening, nighttime, sleepy time, always make it the best that you can make it. Always be the best that you can be. God bless you. God keep you. And I will see you again tomorrow on another live. So take care and talk soon. Bye now.